Hi, this is Dennis Weese for Eagle Communications. Welcome to our town, and our town today is Great Plains Theater. Elizabeth Weese, Executive Director of this fine institution. How's your morning?
It's going very well, thank you.
Chilly outside this morning.
It is. Fall is here, going into winter.
Bright sunshine, though.
Yes, it is.
Yes. All right. So, as I ran through the auditorium just briefly before the cameras came on, I saw Mr. Duckwell's words on the wall again. So, how's progress, and what did you have to change to get there?
Oh my goodness, progress is going great. We just closed our second production here at our new facility on Golden Pond, and it was a successful run, and we are just absolutely loving this new space. It's working out tremendously. Yeah,
I sure enjoy it. I enjoy hosting people on the sidewalk from the spacious parking lot and watching them walk in. Up to the awning with lights on it, and
the fountain bubbling.
The saved fountain.
The saved fountain. That's correct.
Just for those of you who might not know, the reason it doesn't bubble quite perfectly is because it was sitting outside the old Presbyterian church when it burned to the ground.
That's right.
So that's very important to the family who donated that.
That's right. And you know, it's bubbling. The lights aren't working quite yet, but we'll get to that eventually.
Okay. All right. So what's new?
What's new? We have a new show coming up in December. She Loves Me opens December 11th. We have announced our new 2016 season, and we have a couple of fun events coming up. So that's what's new.
Okay. She Loves Me. When does that open?
December 11th.
Runs for 9 days?
It runs until December 19th. Right, we have nine productions.
I'm just jotting that down so, you know, when I won't see you at home.
Yeah, I know.
Just one of those things, right? In fact, I'm glad to see you in the daylight today with the light on. This is kind of pleasant.
That's true. I know I haven't seen you for, well, about 10 days.
So what's it take to keep a theater in business in Abilene,
Oh,
Kansas?
my goodness. It takes a lot. It takes volunteers. It takes sponsors. It takes staff. It takes actors coming in. It's a multitude of people helping to keep Great Plains Theater going. We have, if you can hear out in our lobby area this morning, our theater guild is preparing to move the costumes from above Stu Etherington's real estate facility to the Thunderstruck building, which is exciting that we will, for the first time ever, have all of our components under one roof. That's exciting.
That is very exciting. And while we're on the subject, thanks, Stu, for all those years.
Absolutely.
Of service through storage, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes a lot of community.
Yes, it does.
To keep Great Plains Theater in business.
It sure does. It sure does.
Yeah. So let's talk about events. You've got this little pretty thing sitting here.
I do.
Tell us what it is, and I hear murder has on this one. Okay.
Yeah.
So who's killing who?
Who's killing who? Well, we have partnered with the Murder Mystery Company out of Kansas City, and we're going to hold our gala event here at our facility January 30th. It's our annual fundraiser for the operational arm of Great Plains Theater, and it's going to be a murder mystery. So the whole title is Winter Wonderland Murder Mystery Masquerade.
Wow.
Now, I've practiced that, so I've gotten pretty good at it. But say it 5 times fast, and you can't. So it's going to be a fun evening. We're going to have a catered meal. It's going to start at 6:30, and it's an interactive murder mystery, and it's going to take place at the Billionaires Ball. So we have been encouraging ladies to get on their gowns and their gloves, and gentlemen, if you have tuxes and suits, to wear them, and a Venetian mask, because it is a murder mystery masquerade.
My goodness. That sounds pretty exciting.
It's going to be fun. It's truly going to be a fun evening.
You know, fun is economically stimulating as well.
Sure.
The premise that that entertainment business exists under is people will trade money for fun. And Great Plains Theater provides fun in lots of ways.
We do. Speaking of fun, we're going to start our cinema up after She Loves Me. And I know people within the community have been asking for that, and the big screen is up, and the camera is ready to go. And we were going to try to start after on Golden Pond, but with our rehearsal schedule for She Loves Me, we have to do evening performances, and I figured if we started the cinema and then stopped it a week later, you know, there'd be pitchforks in the street. So we made the decision that we're going to start after She Loves Me. So Christmas week, we'll be here and having movies, and I don't know what it's going to be.
John Wayne movie, I hope.
I don't think it'll be John Wayne. We were going to try to get Star Wars for the premiere movie, but with the rights to that, you have to show it for 4 weeks, and it just didn't fit our venue.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay, all right. So okay, there's one leg of your stool. The movie's up. She Loves Me is starting in December.
Right.
And then the third leg of your stool that you haven't talked about yet today is your youth program.
Our youth program. The kids are going to have a Christmas party here. I think it's December 5th, if I'm no, that can't be it. I'm not sure. Sorry, I apologize for that. I don't have the date. But they're going to have a party here and have a movie and just kind of meet. Our director of education, Mark Robinson, has been directing. He directed on Golden Pond, and he's also directing She Loves Me. So he's been extremely busy the past couple months, and he's ready to get back to getting our youth program going. We're also going to have a 24-hour theater project in January, and that's when the kids come in and they write, create, act, build scenery, and put a performance on 24 hours later. So put that on your schedule as well.
I did. I saw that news article on the Abilene app, and I thought that's a pretty interesting concept.
Yeah, and the kids are really looking forward to it, and Mark's looking forward to it, and parents are, you know, planning on making meals and doing all kind of fun stuff. So it should be an exciting 24 hours. Okay, all right. So you said some special events, one of which is your Murder Masquerade. You have others? We do. We have on April 9th, and I know it's kind of far in advance. Here it is. You can see it. We have a gentleman named Keith Allen who is going to be coming here, and he's a Neil Diamond impersonator. And one of our board members
they call that tribute now.
Yes.
Tribute artist.
A tribute artist. And one of our board members was down in Branson and happened to catch this show and got talking to the gentleman and said, "Would you ever consider coming up to Abilene, Kansas?" And he said yes. So we've negotiated the terms of that, and he's going to be here April 9th. It should be very fun. It should, and hopefully we have the opportunity to do more than one show, but we need to fill up the first performance first. So it's going to be a 7:30 performance, so get your ticket early, and if we have a need, we'll have a second show. Okay, let's talk a little bit about just business. Thunderstruck Bumpers is your host. Yes, they are. I see the owners running back and forth in this building quite frequently. I see some construction going on in the building. It looks like this building is growing back to being full of things to do again. It is. They're actually in the process of taking one of the big rooms there and converting it into an open space, probably for receptions and that type of thing. So yeah, there's certainly movement within the building, and it's exciting to be here and watch it all. Just occurred to me, Great Plains Theater has a history of being the recipient of other people's grace, from the gifting of the space that you were allowed to acquire over at the old church before it burned to the ground, to Family Eye Care letting you use their offices, and USD 435 providing you with computer technology after the fire, and all the schools and Carl Weisenbach in the area letting you use auditoriums to keep the thing going in year 20, to hear with the Thunderstruck folks opening their doors to you. Speak to being the beneficiary of other people's grace. What's that meant to your operation? Oh, well, a lot, because if it hadn't been for other people's grace, we would not be here. That's the fact, that we would have ceased to exist. It's been wonderful to have the opportunity to see our community rally around us, and it's humbling. It truly is, to for a while there, not truly be able to give back to our community. And we're trying. We're truthfully trying now that we're kind of getting settled in this space and making our way forward, and we would like to be able to give back to our community in small ways. And one way that we are right now is we are partnering or a donation site for the wellness tote. And I don't know if you're familiar with that or not, but when Michael Hernandez had his Little Black Dress event in Salina, we were a participant in that. Great Plains Theater was, and we had a booth there, and so did this wellness tote. And what it is was a gal who started it. It's a nonprofit, and her mom had cancer, and as she was going and taking her mom to treatments, she was seeing a lot of people that maybe didn't necessarily have family around. So she put together a bag of like blankets and went around to area restaurants and got coupons for meals and puzzles and things that people could do while they're having chemo, or if they needed to go out afterwards, a family member could take a gift certificate to a restaurant out there. And it truly spoke to my heart. And so we have become a designated spot that people can drop off socks or blankets or cards for restaurants, and they pass these out free of charge at the cancer centers in Salina.
Very cool.
Yeah,
very cool.
It's just one way that we're trying to give back.
Well, let's use the rest of our time to talk about 2016 season.
Yeah. It's going to be a great season. As I've been doing my pre-speech for the past 2 months here for the shows, and when we announced our season, we are doing 4 shows next year. We've kind of dropped down, and the reason we did that, you have to schedule so far in advance to try to get buses in and all that stuff. So we knew we were going to be at the high school. We did not know that Thunderstruck Bumpers was going to be such available first, and then such an amazing place second. So we with the scheduling of the high school, we said, well, we'll do the 3 summer shows, June, July, and August, and then we'll do a Christmas show because everybody likes our Christmas show. So June 10th, we open Annie, Get Your Gun, and that should be a great musical and a big cast. And
plenty of room to shoot in here.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And then we do, in July, we're doing Lost in Yonkers, and that's a Neil Simon play, if you're not familiar with that, an award-winning play. And then in August, we're going to do Pump Boys and Dinettes. So have you heard of that one?
No.
No, well, you're going to have to come and see it because I'm not going to tell you what it is now. It's kind of a, obviously, Pump Boys, they have a gas station, and Dinettes, you have a little dinette, and it's based in the South, and a lot of singing and a lot of country music songs, so it's a musical, and it will be really fun.
People will love that.
They will. And then December, we close out our season with the GI Holiday Jukebox, and that's kind of a 1940s USO type show, so a lot of music and 1940 era music and Christmas.
Those sound great. People always love the musicals.
They do.
They like to come, and rightfully so. It's always a great show. Great talent, a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was thinking about this when you told me the other day you're going to have 4 shows, and I'm thinking, okay, how do you make the numbers work on that? Well, it's really easy. So
it is. I'm glad you know it's easy.
You have 130 seats.
We'll have 150.
150 seats. You have season tickets available.
We do.
How many performances for each show that you normally do?
9.
9. You take 9 times 150 and divide that by your current season ticket holders, and all those current season ticket holders have to do is sell that many to their friends so they can have an event.
That's right. That's right.
What a great opportunity, or anybody else, any business. We're shooting this before Thanksgiving, and it'll play before Thanksgiving, but it'll probably play a little bit through the holidays as well. What a great gift from an employer to an employee.
Right.
A set of season tickets to Great Plains Theater that pays itself back into the community of which that business does.
Absolutely.
Makes its living.
We do. We have gift certificates available for our productions. We also have cinema tickets available for gift certificates. So yeah, please think of Great Plains Theater as you're doing your holiday shopping.
Mm-hmm. You know, I heard you say the other day when I walked by that you're including a certain amount of theater tickets, a certain amount of cinema tickets in your season ticket holders. And the thought process is, well, that may not appeal or apply or be of value to everybody. Somebody that lives in Manhattan or somebody that lives in Salina, they may go to the cinema there, but you also have a plan by which people can gift those to other people.
We do. If you purchase a season ticket or a flex ticket and you don't want your cinema tickets that come with it, you can donate them back to the theater, and the Theater Guild is going to be passing out these tickets to people that need them, whether it's a youth or an elderly person that might not have the means to come and attend. And on the back of the ticket it will say, with compliments of, and list the patron's name. So it's another way that people can kind of give back to their community.
Yeah, very cool. That will appeal to a lot of people, I think, that may not want to come to the cinema, but they would very much want to be a benefit to the community around them.
That's right. And speaking of benefit, I don't know how much time we have left, but
David hadn't started waving at us yet. 5 minutes.
Okay, good. I'd like to talk about our Theater Guild a little bit. You know, we couldn't do everything that we do and make this theater magic happen in that auditorium without volunteers. And we have just started this Theater Guild. Lisa Dybel and Patty Mayhew have worked diligently to put this Theater Guild together, and they've done an amazing job. They have this raffle going, and I know you filmed with Lisa Dybel about it, but I want to reiterate again how important it is to buy a raffle ticket to undergird this Theater Guild and what they're trying to do. And the raffle ticket is Grab the Best of West. So first of all, I want to thank Steve and Chris West for allowing this to happen.
Absolutely.
Eagle Communications, thank you that you're going to film this, I understand, which is going to be great. And what it is one lucky person is going to have 2 minutes in West Country Mart to fill up their grocery cart with whatever they want to put in it and race back to the checkout line. And should you win it and you don't run or you can't run, you could have a designated runner. You could also donate the ticket to your food pantry or a needy family. The drawing is going to be right before Christmas, so December 19th, the closing of our December show. So it's just an awesome way that we have partnered, and Wes have supported us in a way that who would have thought that would have happened.
Great idea, and great support from the West family.
Absolutely. And Patty Mayhew and Lisa Dybel and Lorraine McLean have been out drumming up ticket sales, and it's just a great way, again, for the community to rally around Great Plains Theater and for us to be able to give back to the community.
You have a serious problem, though, that you don't know about yet.
Oh, goodness. Okay. I probably have many.
Well, they're probably, but this one's a big one.
Okay.
How in the world are you ever going to pick Volunteer of the Year?
Again, Lisa being as diligent as she is on these things.
Has a plan? Are you telling me you have a plan for this?
She does. She has a plan. So we're keeping track of hours. So it might be an hourly. It might be, there's some people, bless their hearts, they come in here to volunteer for an hour and it's 4 days later, or the next thing you know, they're the exxicutive director. So,
Yeah, that's right. I know how that works.
So yes, we're keeping track of hours for volunteers, but how do you pick just one?
I can pick one in a hurry.
I don't.
Holy mackerel! No, it's a huge problem.
Oh my goodness.
I think of Quiet Tom. Holy mackerel! How much work has Tom accomplished with his hands to make this place look the way it looks?
I know.
And everybody has different reasons for contributing here.
That's right.
And they have different skills.
That's right.
Tom's he's a builder and a painter, and he came in, and I don't know what he does for a living.
He's actually an IT guy. He's an IT guy. We're talking about Tom Sofel and Misty Sofel, and Tom has been, and Misty both, call immediately and say, we need help now.
I would be putting your number on block if I were there. I complain about how much things I have done here, and it is this much compared to Tom's this much.
Absolutely.
So but what a great thing that the community will throw their weight behind you with their weight, with their person, with their effort.
Sure, and they are, and it's amazing to see, and we're being thanked, I guess, if you will, by the patrons that walk out of here going,
smiling,
wow, wow, what
absolutely.
a great place, you know, and it's all because of volunteers and people that contribute.
I don't know if the Abilene community has such an award of entrepreneurial effort of the year, but if somebody's going to come up with that award, Great Plains Cedar is my nomination. I don't think anybody has done anything close to what has been done here by the community to reconstruct this thing and make it go and make it the great place it is.
It is. It truly is. You know, I was thinking, you know, we're getting ready obviously at the end of the year, and at the beginning of the year we do a donation letter and it goes out, and as I was up last night at 2:30 in the morning, my mind's going because I couldn't sleep, and you know, I thought about 2 negatives equal a positive, and you know, it was a negative that Great Plains Theater, that our beloved building burned, and it was a negative that the Alco offices went defunct and are gone. But what a positive thing that has come out of those 2 tragedies. You know, Thunderstruck Bumpers buying and purchasing this building and offering it to us, and we've just turned those negative things into a positive, and it's just amazing. It truly, truly is amazing to see what has been accomplished in such a short period of time. And you know, for people to remember, it's only been 18 months since that fire, where we lost everything, and you know, you don't want to keep looking back because you kind of get, you know, you can get dragged back. But we don't want to forget the past either, and the great things that happened in that building, and the tremendous things that have happened since that fire, and how everybody has, truthfully, a community and an area has just supported us, and I want to thank them. I truly want to thank them. Our sponsors. I think of, you know, Astra Bank, who wrote that large check that just amazed me, and First Bank Kansas, and Pinnacle Bank, and Home Automotive, and Brierton Engineering. Just amazing that how they undergirded us, and the people that continued to follow us from high school to Eisenhower, and that's a lot to ask of people, and they came.
Well, Elizabeth, we're out of time.
Okay.
Sure, thank you for hosting us this morning. This session of Our Town will be a great one for people to see. Thank you for what you and your group have done here in Abilene to make Great Plains Cedar alive and well.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We'll see you in the new year.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds great.
Folks, glad you could join us today for Eagle Communications. I'm Dennis Weese. This is Elizabeth Weese. I know her name.
I don't know if you do.
Yes, Great Plains Cedar Executive Director. We're married, so you have a great day.